I'm Lalsa and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking something about Orchestrator and its main capabilities. If you want to know what an orchestrator is, what is a process, a package, what is a job, attended and unattended bots, I suggest you to go to my previous video which will talk about all of this. And in today's video, we will see some major benefits which Orchestrator will provide us with. As you see here, provisioning, control and license distribution, running automation jobs in unattended modes, automation storage and distribution, monitoring and interconnectivity are the major benefits which you can avail via Orchestrator. I know it's too difficult to understand by looking at the slide. So let us understand what each of this means. Provisioning. So, guys, in basic English, provisioning means to be able to provide something which is required. So, orchestrator basically enables us to create and maintain the connections between the robots and the attended users. And that is termed as provisioning. So, it will help us in creating and maintaining the connections between what entities? Between the robots and the attended users. So the next one is control and license distribution. So to just give you a brief about this, guys, whenever you're in your orchestrator page, there are many things to consider. One is what are the roles I have to give to an orchestrator user, what licenses should I allocate to them, what permission should I give to them, and can I assign all of these permissions or roles in a group. So all of this will be facilitated by the orchestrator under control and license distribution, which means it will help you to create, assign, and maintain the licenses, roles, permissions, groups, and your folder hierarchies. Next one is running automation jobs in an unattended mode. We already saw in the previous video of mine that an orchestrator will facilitate for an unattended mode execution, which means scheduling of the job whenever you term something as an unattended automation. So the process linking with the robot is done via orchestrator. So basically creating the jobs and the distribution of them across the robots is done with the help of orchestrator for all the unattended jobs. And a couple of mechanisms used for these are queues and triggers. Automation, storage and distribution. So this is one very important factor, guys. Why? Because whenever you talk about automation or RPA, the first question which comes up is it secured? How can I maintain and ensure that this platform is secured? So this is the answer for it. Your orchestrator is the answer for the security related questions. You basically, being a developer, have to design and code your workflows in such a way that your workflow should be able to talk to the orchestrator and it should be able to receive all of the sensitive and secured information from that. It could be assets, it could be credentials. You can save all of these in the orchestrator and you can call them during your process execution. Monitoring. This is again one very important benefit which the orchestrator provides us with. So orchestrator admins will be able to monitor the robots and the jobs running on a real-time live basis, which means the orchestrator admins will actually have a control view, a full view of how many robots are executing, how many jobs are actually running, what is the status of each job. All of these can be monitored in real time, live by the orchestrator admins. In addition to this, orchestrator also generates the logs, which means the execution of each job is recorded. A log is provided and these logs can be used for auditing purposes. And also in future, if you want to integrate some third party tools to perform some analytics on these logs, that can also be leveraged. And interconnectivity. Orchestrator is a platform which will basically enable the third-party applications and third-party solutions integrations. So these constitute to the highest benefits of the orchestrator. So let us quickly revise whatever we thought. So if you would want to know what a orchestrator is, what a process is, job, package, attended, unattended robots, please go through my previous video. And we have discussed about a couple of benefits which can be leveraged via orchestrator. The first one is provisioning. And when we say provisioning, it is basically about creating and maintaining the connections between the robots and the attended users. So that facility is provided by the orchestrator. And when we go to the orchestrator, there is a lot of things to do with respect to assigning the licenses or giving permissions to a group of users, or it could be what roles to be assigned. So all of this is taken care by the orchestrator. So creation, assignment and maintenance of licenses, creation, assignment and maintenance of roles, permissions, groups, folder hierarchies, all of this is taken care by the orchestrator in real time. Next one is running the automation jobs in unattended mode. So orchestrator is the backbone for this whenever you're talking about unattended jobs or unattended automations. So everything is facilitated within the orchestrator, which means when you develop something in your studio, test it and publish it as a NuGet package to the orchestrator, it will basically send the job information to a robot, guys. Okay, an unattended robot. And the unattended robot will respond back telling, hey, yes, I'm available. You can assign me the job. And then this particular job is assigned to an unattended robot. It could be a real-time machine or it could be a virtual machine. Okay. So this creation and distribution of jobs is taken care by the orchestrator. And a couple of mechanisms used for these are queues and triggers. We spoke about the security of an automation. So whenever we are developing something, we have to ensure that security is maintained. Half of the organizations, whenever you're going to them with an automation proposal, the first question they would ask is with respect to the security. And this feature of configuring the assets and credentials within the orchestrator will ensure the security of your automation project. Basically, it is in the hands of the developer. You have to code your workflow in such a way that it will talk to the orchestrator and access these assets, credentials, or some files which are required from the orchestrator, and they are not saved anywhere in your local desktop or in your workflow. Monitoring is again one important feature we talked about. So orchestrator admins can have a complete picture of what robots are executing, how many robots are executing, what job is each robot doing, what is the status of each job, is it still running or is it completed. So all of these can be accessed by the orchestrator admins, and with this it means that they're clearly having a picture, full picture basically, of what is actually happening. And orchestrator logs, these are also a very important aspect, because whenever you're running a job, the orchestrator will ensure that the logs are provided for each job which is being executed. These will help us in the auditing purposes, and in future if you would want to integrate it with some third party tool like Power BI, you can also do that, so that you can configure this analytics and all. Interconnectivity is the next feature, wherein orchestrator will facilitate the third-party applications and third-party solutions. So these narrow down to the most important benefits of the orchestrator. We will come up with further videos on orchestrator, so stay tuned to my channel, and for any queries, please do drop it in the comments. I'll try to answer as much as possible. Thank you for watching this and have a good day.